Hello, my name is Michael Tillotson, and I am the author of this book right here, The Heart of the World. Today, we're going to take a brief look at our lovely protagonist, Aifos, starting with the name, which is spelled A-I-F-O-S. Before hearing it out loud, most people I've seen will originally pronounce the name Aifos, but the proper pronunciation is Aifos. But I'll admit, even I usually pronounce it Aifos because it just sort of rolls off the tongue easier. Anyway, while it's never explicitly stated in the book, the more attentive among you may quickly realize that the name is just Sophia, spelled backwards. Unable to remember his actual name, Aifos gave himself this name after being saved by Sophia as a child. It's a good thing Sophia's name is spelled with an F, though, isn't it? What would his name be if it was spelled with a PH? Aifos? Weird. Back on topic. After being rescued by Sophia with an F, Aifos was given the Protector's Seal, a magical necklace that seemed to have the ability to teleport him away from would-be lethal situations, which, sure, is probably better than being dead in most cases. But it also totally uproots your life every time, which is a little problematic to say the least. But I mean, it's probably fine. How many would-be lethal situations could a kid like him get into anyway? A lot. Inspired by how his life was saved by the kindness of a total stranger, Aifos decided to pay it forward, become a hero in his own right. Good plan, very selfless, but not exactly what you would call a safe profession. He would have died several times over, but thankfully instead the seal warped him from place to place to place. Always winding up in somewhere new, he never really found a place to call his own, and has instead lived on the streets most of his life. This is where Heart of the World picks up, with our hero living on the streets doing his whole vigilante thing. He's not Batman or anything, so he's not going around beating up criminals, but he does what he can, which usually involves distractions and calling the police. Early on in the story, we get a couple of strange occurrences that ultimately wind up with him finding himself in yet another would-be lethal situation, and teleported off to who knows where. Only this time, he finds himself not in some random city, but some sort of strange, magical otherworld, where a trio of young girls are fighting some giant spider monster thing. And he remains here for about all of 5 minutes maybe, before yet again getting teleported by his magic necklace to the world he's much more familiar with. Only turns out he's not the only one, because one of those magical girls he met earlier was brought along with him, and thus cues our globe-trotting adventure to get her back home. Little did he know, it's also about to land him right in the center of a magical conspiracy as old as the world itself.